Hello friends, welcome to all of you. So the Election Commission of India has announced the dates for the Lok Sabha polls 2019. Let us see the complete analysis and what are the dates and in how many phases the elections are going to be conducted in the country and what are the states that are going for simultaneous elections. There are around 4 to 5 states which are going for the simultaneous elections. Let us see what are those states and let us discuss the complete analysis regarding the elections 2019 and what is model code of conduct and what does the ECI represents through the model code of conduct. Let us see the complete analysis regarding the same. You can follow me on the Unacademy learning app by downloading it and you can search for my name Sai Eswar Yaswanth and by clicking on this follow button you can follow me on the Unacademy learning app. So what is the news? He is the current election commissioner of India, chief election commissioner Mr. Sunil Arora, and he has announced the dates. The dates of the Lok Sabha election 2019 have been announced by the Election Commission of India. So in the evening 5 o'clock they have conducted a press conference and in that press conference the Election Commission of India has announced the dates. The voting will be held in 7 phases. So the total voting will be in 7 phases. That is in the 7 phases the elections for the year 2019 Lok Sabha elections will be conducted by the ECI and the counting will be done on May 23rd. Remember the date, it is May 23rd. So on May 23rd the ECI will be conducting the counting and who is the winner will be declared on that day, that is May 23rd. More than 90 million voters will exercise their right. It is a very huge amount of number. So even if you put many nations together it will not be around 90 million. So 90 million is 90 crores. 90 crore people are going to exercise their franchise in this 2019 Lok Sabha elections and it is the world's biggest universal adult suffrage in terms of sheer scale and magnitude. So 90 crore is itself a huge number. So it will be the automatically it will be the world's biggest universal adult suffrage. Lok Sabha elections will begin on April 11th, 2019. So the Lok Sabha polls for the year 2019 will be starting from April 11th, 2019 and will be held over 7 phases followed by counting of votes on May 23rd, 2019 according to the Election Commission of India. The Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora said the model code of conduct would come into immediate effect from Sunday. So immediately after announcing the election dates, the model code of conduct will be executing in the country. So it will come into immediate effect. And 10 lakh polling stations would be set up this time against about the 9 lakhs in 2014. So in the year 2000, 9 lakh polling stations were there and in the year 2019 for the 2019 elections 10 lakh polling stations will be set up. Very huge number. The term of the present Lok Sabha ends on June 3rd 2019. So currently the term of the India government is up to June 3rd 2019 and it is going to be end on this day. So on May 23rd the winner will be announced and the government will be changed. Assembly elections will be held simultaneously in 4 states. Remember what are the states? Arunachal Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Sikkim and Odisha. The assembly elections for these 4 states Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim and Odisha. So these are the states that are going for simultaneous elections, that is the elections for the legislature and also for the parliament. So both the MLAs and MPs will be elected simultaneously by these 4 states. These are the states that are going for simultaneous elections. So let us see the phases. These are the 7 phases. Phase 1 will be on April 11th, 2 will be on April 18th, third will be 23rd, phase 4 will be April 29th and phase 5th is May 6th, 6th is May 12th and the final, that is the phase 7 will be on May 19th and the election counting is May 23rd. So you can see the seats also here. The biggest is 115 seats and it is in the phase 3rd. Let us see the numbers regarding the same. 23rd May will be the counting of votes and more than 900 million voters will exercise their voting rights in 2019 Lok Sabha elections. 10 lakh polling booths will be set up across the country and 84.3 million number of voters that will be added from 2014 election. So from 2014 84.3 million voters will be added and 15 million will be in the age group of 18 to 19 years. So almost 1.5 crore population is in the age group of 18 to 19 years. That is they are the first time voters currently. What are the states that are in phase 1, phase 2 and 7 phases? In phase 1, the states are Arunachal Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jammu and Kashmir, Maharashtra, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Odisha, Sikkim, Telangana, Tripura, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, Andaman, Lakshadweep and the total number of seats is 91 seats. So you can see in which phase your state is there. These are the states that will be represented in phase 2, and these are the states in phase 3. You can see which state you belongs, and according to the phase which state you belong and in which phase you are going to vote in the elections. And phase 4, phase 5, phase 6, phase 7. So the final phase will be the phase 7th, and it will be on the 19th May. 19th May is the last date for elections, and the counting will be on May 23rd. So these are the states that are going to the polls and in the phases accordingly. What do you mean by the model code of conduct? Let us see the same. What is this model code of conduct and why is this important for elections? The model code of conduct is a set of guidelines issued by the Election Commission of India to regulate the conduct of political parties and their candidates in the run up to elections, and it is aimed at ensuring free and fair elections. This is very important. Free and fair elections is the motto of the Election Commission of India, and according to the Constitution of India, Election Commission of India needs to conduct the elections in the country in a free and fair manner. So in order to conduct the elections in a free and fair manner, there should be a mechanism like the guidelines. That is, these guidelines are called as a model code of conduct, and these are a set of guidelines which will be set up by the Election Commission of India itself, so that it can regulate the behavior of the political parties and the candidates of that political parties, so that they cannot use unfair means to get elected into the elections. Though the code does not have any statutory basis, so this model code of conduct has no statutory basis, and it has an indisputable legitimacy, and parties across the political spectrum have generally adhered to its letter and spirit. So even though there is no statutory basis for the model code of conduct, the parties across the political spectrum, irrespective of the ideology and symbolism of the party, they have adhered to the model code of conduct. The code was issued for the first time in 1971 before the 5th Lok Sabha elections. So this is also important. The code was first issued in the first time in 1971. Since then, it has been issued before every central and state election, and it will be revised from time to time. So from 1971 it was started, that is model code of conduct, and since then it has been issued for every central and state election, that is for MP election and also for the legislature election. The code of conduct comes into force immediately after the elections are announced by the Election Commission of India. So at 5 p.m. they have announced the elections. So immediately from the date of announcement it will be coming into picture, that is model code of conduct comes into the picture up to the result, that is May 23rd. So the model code of conduct will be available from today, and it will be extended to May 23rd till the result of the elections was announced. It applies to the political parties, their candidates and polling agents, the government in power and all the government employees. So this model code of conduct will be applicable to all these members, that is all the political parties and the candidates of the political parties and various polling agents, the government that is in power, and also to all the government employees. And it prevents the ruling party from using official machinery for electioneering work. This is important. So this this model code of conduct will be the one that will prevent the ruling party, whether they are in the states or at the national level, from using the official machinery. So just discuss that all the government employees will be need to be adhered to the model code of conduct. That is the reason these government employees cannot do any advantage to the ruling party to get some advantages for themselves. Public places for holding election rallies and helipads for flights in connection with the elections are to be made available to all the parties. This is also a very crucial point. So the public places, various places where the election campaigning needs to take place, needs to be available to all the political parties irrespective of ideology or irrespective of whether they are in power or in opposition, on the same terms and conditions on which they are used by the party in power. So whatever may be the conditions that the party in power is using the elections or the stages or the election rallies places, the same terms and conditions needs to be applied to all the opposition parties also. So the terms and conditions needs to be same for the ruling party and the opposition party, so that the ruling party may not take any advantage of the model code of conduct. So finally there is a small code for you. Remember the code. Leadership is not about the next election, it is about the next generation. So in the year 2019 you are going to vote, that is in the April and May you are going to vote for the Lok Sabha elections. You are not choosing the next election, that is it is not for the next 5 years itself. You are choosing for the next generation. So the leader should be the person who should be able to lead the next generation. The leader should be the person who will be leading the next generation, but not only the next election. So choose your vote wisely and vote wisely. Whom you are voting for, do mention in the comment section if you are able to mention. If you don't want to mention, it is not mandatory, it's your wish. Comment with 2 to 3 logical reasons. So logical reasons mention, don't mention some random reasons. It should be logical. And choose your future wisely. Right to vote is a very important right that is being given to each and every person. So right to vote is very important. Choose your vote wisely. Don't sit in the homes and don't uh, don't sit in the homes and don't participate in the votes is not a wrong one. So it is a wrong one. You should vote in the elections. Choose your vote wisely and vote for development, and there should not be any corruption. So don't take, like, the parties will be giving you money for voting. So don't participate in the corruption, don't encourage the corruption, and there should not be any caste politics while you are voting. So don't vote for a party who is representing your caste or your religion or anything. Vote for a party that is going for development of the nation, and also development of the India status in the entire world, and development in various international relations and various social and economic factors of the country. Social, political, and economic democracy are enshrined in the Constitution of India. So these needs to be added to. The party will be the one which should be promoting the social democracy, and it needs to promote the political democracy in the country, and it should also be the one that is promoting the economic democracy in the country. So choose your vote wisely and vote wisely, so that you will be choosing the next generation in a good manner. So it is a very crucial election. The 2019 is a very crucial election for the nation. So choose the party which do these things. So don't vote for corruption, no caste politics, no regionalism, and vote for the party which is contributing to the development of your constituency. So that's it for this.